Oh, what's going on over there?
I'll tell you what's going on. I put on my too much sauce shirt this morning.
Too much sauce.
You know why?
No.
Because the only positive news I find out of the Big Apple today in sports situations is the New York Football Jets. And I have
hold on a second
with them too.
What you don't understand is
what you don't understand is that's what I'm talking about.
No, what you don't understand is
that is Jet Steve Weisgow.
That's Mark Blanchard over there.
Woo!
Hey, now listen. There was a team yesterday that laid up 8 runs, which they haven't done in a very long time.
Not only a very long time.
This is the team that I'm talking about.
Oh, the Metropolitans.
That's right.
The baseball Metropolitans, who managed to go 7 straight games, giving up a run in the first inning.
And didn't do it yesterday.
Because crazy Mad Max was in the house.
Let me tell you something.
He looked shaky, and then he
did.
He straightened it right out.
You know what's funny? When we had that 8-run inning, and Gary being, Gary says, "Oh, Max has been on the bench for almost 35 minutes. It hasn't pitched." I'm going, that's great.
It's about time.
Rest.
It's about time is what I said. And then we came out and we held the fort down. We didn't get another hit, I don't think. I would make maybe 3-4 hits.
They got a few hits, but the point was Max came out after that 30 minutes of not pitching and looked great.
Yes. Actually, Max looked great except for one little bleep in the first inning where he kind of lost his zone of throw, and then he straightened it out and he looked like Mad Max.
Yeah, but it's just funny that I thought that Gary was making
out. Yeah, he looked.
Gary was making a big deal about sitting for 30 minutes. I'm going, if any guy needs to sit for 30 minutes, it's him.
And if any guy is going to keep loose and know what to do, it's him.
It's him.
Like Verlander and him. They know what to do. They get stronger as the game goes on. They don't get weaker.
They're weaker.
Old school. So I will say something. I tried to find some positive light.
That's positive. And the Braves lost.
For the 4th straight time. So maybe they're going into a tailspin.
Listen, we've been playing less than 500 ball. We have not strung together 3 wins in a row.
No.
Okay? And somehow, not having Quintana until maybe August, if at all, Scherzer not pitching except for yesterday. Yesterday was the total of 11 and a third innings he's pitched, and having Verlander for his 2nd game today. Somehow not hitting. Lindor 216 with 32 RBIs. How you bat 2? Somehow we're only 5.5 games out of first place,
and only a half game out of the wild card.
So how's that?
So that was my point. I was trying to find some light at the end of the tunnel because this is a deep, dark tunnel that we're in.
No, it's not even a tunnel.
Okay,
you know what it is? It's like the Malibu overpass when you can see the light as soon as you go in.
As soon as but you honk the horn because you did that when you.
Well, you have to.
You have to honk the horn. So, that being said, I see no light, except I see something cracking through the. And what it is the pathetic Dodgers, who for every year except for that fake season we won't even talk about, look like a juggernaut in the regular season, can't play in the postseason. Okay, but they started this season, and they had the best record in baseball yesterday by 2 games over us last year, even though somehow with the best record in baseball, we didn't win our division. But that's another thing. They played 8 games under 500 to start the season for the first 15 games. They're now 11 games over 500 with 14-2 in the last. So we need one good stretch. They were in last place. They're now in first place. Nobody else in their division is playing 500 ball. So there is that. The East, as bad as we've been, we're all around 500. We're the 2nd best division in the major leagues behind the American League East, where the Yankees are in last place. Let me repeat that. Where the Suckies are in last place. That's the only comment I'll give them, because that's all
actually
they
they're
deserve.
not, but that's okay.
They are. They're in last place.
They're not. The Red Sox are, but that's okay.
Okay, well, they're far enough down the line that they're
The problem
okay.
is actually, it's not really a problem. The fact that once again the NL East, I mean, everybody's in it.
Yes, once again. So here's what I think is going to happen. We're going to start to hit, because it can't be that everybody that's had a career of 4 to 10 years and put up numbers that have been steady through those 4 to 10 years, all of a sudden collectively can't hit. Can't be. And Lindor is driving the ball like crazy. He's getting RBIs. You know, he's got a 230 batting average, but he's third in the league in doubles.
I don't even think it's 230.
I think he's like yesterday. He is third in the league in doubles. He's sixth in extra base hits total. He's in the top 10 in every category, from OPS to this, everything except batting average, because he's been hitting a lot of balls, which is the stupidest thing of all, with velocity, with exit velo, but right at people. So all that goes to show you is that eventually he's going to start getting hits dropping in all over the place, because he's hitting the ball all the time, all over the field. Marte, I think, is already out of his slump. I think Marte in Cincinnati broke out a little bit at the last game, and now the last 3 games he's been hitting in Washington. I think he's figured it out. Alonso's got to stop. Alonso's got to stop trying to pull.
I don't know if he's figured it out, but I will say that things happened yesterday that break guys out of slumps, which, like those 2 hits, right, that Gary and Keith were arguing on what to call them.
Up a bloop or a
bloop and a soft line drive and a dunk.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of thing that breaks you out of your slump.
Now, talking about the dunk, because it starts with D, late in the game, Mr. Alvarez, whom I'm a fan of now, our catcher, took one in, as Gary says, the ding-a-ling.
The ding-dong. He said ding-dong.
Ding-dong, ding-dong. Took one in the ding-dong. Everybody knew it. The batter knew it. The ump knew it. He knew it. They knew it. It was, and I'm watching it with my wife, and she's like, "Oh, what happened?" And because he looks really hurt, I said, "He got it in the nuts." And she says, "Oh, that's why they said ding dong."
Ding dong. Ding dong. And Gary's saying it's happened to all of us. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, how did it happen to him? In the Little League? I guess.
I don't know. I'm just checking here right here. Let's see. 223 Lindor.
Pretty good. What about Alonso?
Petey's okay. So here your batting average as of yesterday. Okay. That's why I got these on, so I can, because these batting averages are so small that if I don't put these on, I can't see them.
You can't see them without those.
They're so freaking small that if I take these off, I'm like, where are they?
Because they're at the Mendoza line.
So Nimmo leading the New York Metropolitans, batting 320.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Last year's batting champion, Jeff McNeil, 264.
And that's up from yesterday, from the day before.
No, as of yesterday.
No, but that's up from the day before.
Still what? It's 264.
Yeah.
Lindor, 223. Alonso, 232. Batty Beatty down to 240.
Whoa.
Marte up to 235.
That's what I'm saying. He's on the rise.
235. Marcana, 236.
Up also.
And Alvarez, a 217. Took an over yesterday.
Yeah. And
so
yeah.
This is why I'm taking these off. Because I don't want to see it.
To me, that's pathetic. So
I don't
what
want to see
I'm trying
it.
to say is that they can't keep doing that. They got it. These are lifetime professional hitters, except for some of the young guys, Beatty and Alvarez. They're going to go up and down this season. I expect Beatty to hit above 280 by the end of the year, if not more.
Or around there. I think he'll hit around 280.
Yeah, I think he'll be that. I think Alvarez will hit around 260, but he'll have a lot of power. And
He has a lot of power. I
have
listen.
no problem. I have no problem with that. We do have a juggernaut, though, at the catcher position. The day before, we had some guy named Perez.
Oh my God, he went 4 for 4.
Every ball, all over the field, everywhere. That's our powerhouse now.
Yeah, well,
yeah. Okay. So it's sad right now.
no, but that's good. Look.
For the most part, however he's managed to do this, I'm going to give him some credit. Buck has managed the bullpen with what he has pretty well this year. I think he's learned a little bit from last year. I don't like the way he's pulling starting pitchers out at the first sign of anything all the time, because we got to tax these guys and we don't have a real closer.
You can't tax a 38-year-old. Can't do it.
Yeah, but
you can't do it, because this is what happened last year.
6 innings,
and then he fried out when we needed him the most. Can't do
he was
it.
going 7 and 8, 6 innings.
Can't do it.
Asking 6 innings isn't too much.
Keep him 5 or 6 innings until frickin' August.
Okay, that's what you're saying. In that thought process, we need to run. We need to be more aggressive on the base pass. In the beginning of the year, we were aggressive on the base pass. We were causing havoc. That's what did. Marte gets on yesterday. He shakes that whole guy up. The guy gets crazy. He can't throw the ball over the plate anymore. We blink an eye. It's 8-1.
That was the Vince Coleman move. But we haven't had guys on base to be.
Prior to that,
we haven't had guys on base to be
prior
aggressive.
to this win that we had yesterday, all weekend long, from the Knickerbockers loss to the Mets putrid doubleheader opening loss, and it was making me sick to my stomach. There was only one thing I could do.
Garden of Life.
Baby. Garden of Life was coming to use in ways. Now look at this. 40 billion CFUs.
Listen.
40 billion.
It's so big.
Guaranteed.
I don't even need these to read it.
No. 40 billion CFUs with 16 probiotic strains, improving emotional well-being and relaxation and digestive balance, all of which I had none of. None of.
Now,
rub my tummy and talk at the same time. You know why? Garden of Life, baby. All natural, 40 billion CFUs, 16 probiotics. Come on. Non-GMO, tested and certified, gluten-free. Like, how many vitamins are gluten not free? Vegetarian, and this is a big one. What does that look to you?
what?
Shelf stable.
Stable. Stable.
Take some every morning. Take one every morning.
Take one every morning. It'll get you through a Sunday like this past Sunday. It'll get you through.
Because nobody wants a bad Sunday and bad gut.
Well, listen, I will say this. And I'll touch on it briefly because we don't have a lot of time today. But let me put on my Knicks hat.
Thank you. Let me see it dribble. Let me see you dribble your Knicks hat.
Well, I can't.
There's no Knicks.
Listen, they're probably a player away from being that team. But I will say this: at least they're not the Sixers. Oh my God!
Yeah, they're terrible. They're the choke artists of choke artists.
Holy cow!
Now let's give credit to Boston. They're a good team, but
Boston's a great team. But
we could beat Boston.
Sixers had them on the ropes. All they had to do was win one of two.
Yeah, it makes me sick to think that Miami could actually beat them.
Miami could actually beat
them.
And
they have one good player. They have a lot of things. What they have is the best coach, and that showed. He outcoached.
Yes, Spoelstra's amazing.
Yeah, he outcoached our boy. He made him confused in the defense. He did things. He outcoached him. And I like our boy. I don't want to do anything with him.
No, I like him too.
But here's the problem I have with the Knickerbockers, and I'm sad from it. I'm happy in the sense, listen, they got the monkey off the back. They won a playoff series. They went way past where they were supposed to. They beat a better seed than them. All that stuff.
Good.
They should have won this series. They literally should have won this series. But what do you do to get that guy? Because if you have to trade, you don't want, and I know a lot of the fans say, give up on Randall. Remember when we gave up?
It's not about giving
I
up.
saw them say about the Walt Bellamy trade, and we got Dave DeBusschere. This is probably before your time. But, at that point, Walt Bellamy, who was considered one of the better players in the league, and we weren't getting over the hump. We make the trade. Everyone goes nuts. We get Dave DeBusschere, and 4 seasons later, we've won 2.
So
our only 2.
Let's
championships.
Move into the 21st century.
21st century.
It's not that I want it's not that I want to get rid of Randall.
Right.
Because that would be a different mindset.
I don't want to get rid of Randall either.
But if I had a chance to get Giannis and it cost me Randall, gone.
So you're saying off goes Randall for the Greek Freak.
Well, and it would be something else because it would cost more than Randall to get the Freak. Now we have draft picks to give away.
That's what I would
do. NBA with these draft picks.
What I do is I like this team, but see, I don't think we're a center away because both our centers are great defensive centers and centers that can play.
But Giannis isn't really a center.
Yeah, but I think what we need is a pure shooter. That's what we don't have.
Giannis isn't really a center by center standards.
Oh, that's true too. He's kind of a big forward.
He is
center, but he might
imagine if you.
Oh, wait a second. If you brought him to our team, you could do twin towers. You could leave.
What I'm saying is, you keep Robinson at the center position, and you put Giannis at forward.
At the power forward.
Yeah,
that I like. Which then gives you Barrett or one of those guys to play the small forward. And who can, instead of having to play a guard and everything, which is what he should be playing, because Barrett off the wing as a small forward would be deadly.
Yeah, he's better. He's out of position now, but what are you gonna do?
All right. Well, that's all they deserve. Thanks for a fun season. Thank you. We won't be talking about you very much longer, but let me tell you what we are going to be talking about. And I have a gripe. What you don't understand is Jet Steve put on his JETS Jets cap. Woo! Okay, what's my problem? Right off the bat, what's my problem with the Jets right now? There's only one.
Haven't paid Quinn and Williams?
What the hell is going on?
Well, look.
What are they arguing about?
Here's what I think the problem is. The problem
3 defensive tackles have been signed this year. None of which.
Yeah, but those teams didn't have to restructure a contract where next year is $107 million guaranteed. They got to figure out how to do that. Winning, they have under control. God forbid they franchise tag him, but they could. So they need to work the Rodgers thing. These guys, look, they can't walk and chew gum at the same time. That's just it. So for me, it's like, look, he's not Aaron Donald. Fine. Who's the second most highest paid defensive tackle? I don't know who it is because a bunch of guys got paid. But here's Aaron Donald. Here's the second highest paid guy. You pay Q right there in the middle.
Right in the middle. I agree with that. He's not asking for more money than Aaron Donald.
No.
He's not asking that. Just get him a contract.
Get him a contract.
First of all, you signed his brother to a pretty lucrative deal because you wanted to keep him. You didn't sign him because he deserved that much. I like Quincy. Believe me, I like Quincy. You're not a big Quincy fan. I do. But arguably, they don't sign him if they're not interested in Quinnen.
Well, I think that was definitely part of the problem. By the way, we're going to lose Quan Alexander in a matter of a couple hours today because he's visiting the Steelers. So we're going to be down a linebacker, and we're going to have to hope one of these draft picks that we got in round 5, 6,
we did,
and undrafted is going to step up.
I told you, Will McDonald's is the next LT.
Yeah, but he's not playing linebacker.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, outside linebacker.
He's an edge rusher.
Yeah, but he's playing it from the outside linebacker.
He's not playing. He's not playing outside linebacker.
They're just going to bring him in.
He played wide 9.
So what are we playing? A 5 front?
No, we're playing the wide 9. We're going to have the 2 corners with the 2 safeties, 3 linebackers, and the edges standing up.
So we're 5-3?
No, they call it a wide 9.
A wide 9. So wait a
Because
second.
the guys,
That makes
nobody's
12,
hands
that
in the
makes
dirt.
12. If there's 5,
There's no hands in the dirt.
no, nobody's got hands in the dirt.
No, none of the edges have hands in the dirt.
Okay, so there's 2.
So there's 3 guys, 2 standing up. It's 5. 3
Right.
linebackers, 8.
8.
You got your 2 corners, it's 10. And you got your safety flipping around.
Oh, so we've only got 1 safety, and then we'll throw
We do this.
unless we throw in a nickel package and switch it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
We pull a guy off the line
Off the line
and
then
throw
a safety in, another cornerback, another safety, whatever. Okay,
So-
I like that, and they rotate all the time. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with the Jets whatsoever, with anything they did this year. I love what they did with signing, first of all, signing Aaron Rodgers, and he earned the name Aaron because he's been doing very manly stuff since he's taken the spot here, visiting all the clubs, all the restaurants, all the sports arenas, and has even shown up at minicamp.
But he hasn't shown up at City Field yet. I'm a little angry with that.
He's supposed to do that this next time in.
They invited him to throw first pitch.
He's coming in to throw it, and he's going to throw a razor too, boy. You'll see. Right dart to outside black. 82 miles an hour, probably.
By the way, yesterday, I'll give you trivia question. Who was the closing pitcher on the mound yesterday?
Garden of Life.
No, that wasn't his name, but you probably needed it.
What I'm saying is my stomach is calm. Go ahead. Throw me the
Who
question.
closed the game yesterday?
What you don't understand is I know the answer to this. Which game are you talking about?
Yesterday.
The Mets game?
Yeah.
Who
Who
closed?
was the last pitcher on the hill yesterday?
Minkaduke or something.
It wasn't Duca.
Mickelbaum. Well, he was in there somewhere. Some guy named Mickelbaum was in there.
Ready?
Give me.
Muckenheim.
What?
Muckenheim.
Muckenheim. What I said, Mickelduke. I said that. Same thing. Muckenheim, Mickelduke. I mean, who is that? What is that?
I don't know, dude. I don't know, but I love it.
There were 3 names on the mound yesterday between the doubleheader. I had no idea. I didn't know we had them. I didn't know they were minor league ball players. I didn't know they were major league ball players. One of them was the Muckenheim.
Muckenheim. And at the end of the game, Buck even called him by his nickname, which apparently is Muck.
The Muck. Yeah, okay.
He said Muck pitched
A lot
great.
of things you can do with Muck, and it's not just schmuck. You know, so
Muckenheim.
yeah, Muckenheim.
He didn't muck it up.
I guess he didn't muck it up, so that's
He
why
didn't muck it
called him
up. Sauce.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Sauce.
in the running for defensive player of the year this year, out of the cornerback position.
Oh, no doubt. No
Just
doubt.
there you go.
No doubt. So the schedule came out, and we open Monday night against at home.
At home.
Buffalo Bills come to town. Right?
Let me ask you a question. What you don't understand, and I know you don't. So let's see. You gave me one. I passed with flying colors. Let's see what you got. What I don't
Muckenheim.
understand is how many prime time games do the New York Jets have this year?
Ooh, that's a good one. I want to say 6.
6 is the number. 6 primetime games. Now that's if you include one as a Sunday night game, but that's a primetime game.
That's prime. No, the one the one is the
easy one
the
is
world's first NFL first, and I will be there.
You will be.
I will be there.
Oh, that's good. And I'm working on a sponsored tickets for us to go to Vegas. Baby.
Vegas.
And what happens in Vegas
stays in Vegas.
Stays
Maybe
in
we
Vegas.
get Garden of Life on the phone.
That's
Maybe
what I'm saying. Guys, we will wear not just Jet shirts, but Garden of Life Jet shirts, like they're doing in the major leagues now on the arm. We'll put a box. We'll put 2 boxes on our arms and strap them there with Scotch tape, and you'll have it. Everywhere we go, it'll be saying Garden of Life. Come on, guys.
Garden of Life.
Smart. Okay?
So,
matter of fact, I'm going to put one on my head.
That's pretty good.
That'll be my hat.
It'll be your hat. So, yeah, it's 6 primetime games.
Thursday
the Bills first.
2 Monday
Then we go to
games.
Dallas. Listen. The first 3 games of the NFL season are the games that every team in the league is really figuring themselves out.
That's true.
So you technically have teams that are on paper more talented than the other, but the playing field is very close to being level the first 3 games.
And then
with that in mind, I'm going to step out of character here.
Okay. What you don't understand is
what you don't
Steve is about to make a prediction.
I'm stepping out of character here because the Bills, game 1, Monday night, Aaron Rodgers, who doesn't lose on Monday night, first game at home, level playing field. That's a W. Then we go to Dallas, another team that Aaron Rodgers historically plays very well against. Another W.
Whoa!
And then, now we're getting really out of character here. The Patriots come to visit.
And they take a spanking, is what you're telling me.
We open the season 3-0.
So we open the season 3-0.
3-0.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
I predict
that
I'm 100% behind Jet Steve. 3-0. But I'm going further. There are 17 games in the NFL now with the new extra game last season, which everyone loved or didn't love. I loved it because it was another game to see. I didn't love it because
so are you coming up with, are you going to give an overall record here?
Oh, I am. What you don't understand is
I know what's coming.
We got too much sauce.
Yeah. See,
we're going to solve the Quinnen Williams problem.
It's not even a problem.
Breece Hall is going to be back by 4th, 5th game, 100%.
5th game.
The guy we got from Iowa or Pittsburgh, which was it?
Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh.
Is like a Breece Hall light, like just a little bit less than him, a little less speed, a little less, but he's
faster. He's just not as big.
He's gonna
Abakawanda.
We got him.
Handyman.
We got the new line that's gonna be solid as can be. We're gonna stay pretty much healthy this year.
So how many wins?
So there's 17 games. That means you would think I would pull a number out like 10-7. We were no. I mean, we were 7-10. You know, I said, 10.
Listen. I'm going to say 11-6, just to give a baseline for everybody. 11-6. Okay. Now, what do you see?
A number the Jets have not reached. 14-3. The New York Football Jets are going to have the best record in the AFC, which will also be the best record in the league because the Eagles aren't going undefeated for most of the season again and everything. So although they'll probably still have the best record in the NFC, I don't see any other team got any real much better. 14-3 with an outside chance 15-2.
Yeah. 11 and
Who heard
6.
it here first? You know why? Because I had too much sauce in my
Well,
plate.
maybe you should take some Garden Life. There you go.
Okay.
Balance it out.
I got to, but that's my call. So realistically, it probably falls between your call and my call, but there are going to be a lot of wins in the New York Football Jet Green this year.
Listen,
and it's a brutal schedule.
No, that's where I disagree. See, because everybody looks at the teams, but when we're facing, look, we face the Bills. I'd rather face the Bills week 1
than twice
and
later
then
in the
week
season.
6 when we face them,
I
and face them week 6 and then like week 13 when they're like they're in sync.
Right. You don't want to face one of the Eagles or something like way late in the season when they're playing for something.
Well, when we face the Eagles, that's like game 6 or 7. They're in sync. That's not. But I'd rather face the Bills, a division opponent, first.
Early. And
the Pats.
We're opening Monday night. That's what the Jets are doing. So let's wrap this up with something special today.
You mean a pearl of wisdom?
That's what I mean.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
That's what I mean.
So let's hear it.
Okay. Here's your pearl of wisdom.
Okay.
It's Mother's Day yesterday.
It was Mother's Day yesterday.
And during Mother's Day, I had both my wife and mother of my 3 magnificent children, one of whom was in Brooklyn still, holding down Jet Camp for us, thank goodness.
I'm sure that's exactly what she was.
Oh, yeah. The second is we had Babs here.
Babs!
Spent the whole night whining and complaining and telling us. And then my lovely second daughter, who challenges every single thing I say.
As well she should.
And that's the pearl of wisdom. I got a little upset last night about it because I felt down about the fact that, they're like at the point now, all of them saying that Daddy said this, Daddy caused this problem, Daddy caused that problem. I was being blamed last night. I was being blamed for not letting them listen to Taylor Swift as a young thing. Dad, you never let us. The only pop stars you don't even like female pop stars. I said, that's all that I do like in pop. Otherwise I like rock and roll.
So they were angry with you about Taylor Swift?
Well, that they said that none of these people, because I would tell them they were terrible and they were insulting and everything like this. It's like, yeah, but what I was trying to do was tell them that people like Alicia Keys and Pink and Kelly Clarkson, these are pop stars, but they've got roots and bottoms in beautiful voices, solid singing, good lyrics, everything. And they were telling me I missed it. Well, what I realized as Carmen did a karaoke of a Taylor Swift song that I did not know is, okay, she's quite a songwriter over the years for that type of,
she's good at what she does.
Fluff, she does it very well.
Yeah.
But instead of telling them how bad she is and everything, instead of going the negative way, the way that you need to work with your children when you're younger, because they're so impressionable, is through positive reinforcement. It's not that I don't want to give credit to them or this, whoever it is, Taylor Swift's and everything, even though she sings out of key all the time, and I stick to that at this point. But that being said, I don't need to say that to them. Let them make their own decisions, unless it's something dangerous. Unless it's something like I see these wacko parents saying, oh, yeah, that's okay. They can put their hand in the fire. They'll get burned and they'll take it out. No. Before they put their hand in the flame, stop it. They can get near the whatever. But if it comes to learning about their taste, their things, their kinds of friends they want, stuff like that, give them a wide track. Don't narrow it down all the time. And I like to pride myself to think that I do. But the thing was, I do. But I also gave like a dig at every one of their narrow tracks going on. I see as Super Shane popped up and backed up Carmen on And well, we know I don't have to ask Rowan what her is, because I'm sure that I would get that. Yeah, that would be bad. So the pearl of wisdom is for those of you that are in the early years of your fatherhood or motherhood, give them a little break. That, you know what you did. I mean, there were times that when I was growing up that I thought Wham was a good band. Actually, that's not true. I didn't figure out Wham until later, and I kind of think they were,
So what you're saying is give them a little leeway, guide them, but give them like this kind of room, not this kind of room.
And don't throw in your 2 cents. The main is don't throw in your 2 cents if it's a negative remark on everything that they're going to be here. Like I said, I guess what Shane says is, yeah, but what you tell me is that every single thing I'm choosing, I'm going to change later. And they probably will.
They may or they may not, but they should discover that themselves.
Thank you. Discovery. That's your pearl of wisdom.
Pearl of wisdom.
Children have discovery. Happy Mother's Day to all you guys out there, girls out there that celebrated it yesterday. You deserve it. What you don't understand is we're running at the end of this one.
Hey, listen.
This has been Mark
What
Blanchard.
you don't understand is
on
Mark
too
Blanchard,
much sauce.
Mark Blanchard over there with too much sauce. Needed a garden of life.
14-3. JETS.